If it feels like your property tax bill is a runaway train, you aren't imagining it. Since 2017, Nanaimo property taxes haven't just grown, they've accelerated. In 2017, we saw a modest 1.5% increase. Fast forward to 2025, and we hit nearly 8%. In a single decade, the city's revenue needs have shifted the goalpost for every homeowner from Cedar to Lanceville. But the number the city council votes on? That's just the tip of the iceberg. Your actual bill is a cocktail of city costs, regional district demands, and an AI evaluation that might be completely wrong about your home's worth. Today we're peeling back the layers on the Nanaimo 2026 budget, the hidden RDN costs, and the AI valuation that might be overcharging you for a home you haven't even renovated yet inside Nanaimo. The 2026 property tax increase in Nanaimo is landing at about 6.4%. For the average single-family home valued around $800,000, that's about an extra $200 a year, bringing the municipal total roughly to $3,300. But where is that cash actually landing? It boils down to three big buckets. First is public safety. This is the biggest driver. We're talking nearly $4 million extra for the RCMP contract alone, which includes funding for 4 new positions. Add in Nanaimo Fire Rescue and general public safety, and you're looking at a big tax bill going solely to keep the city safe. Second, wages and benefits. Inflation isn't just hitting your grocery bill, it's hitting the city's payroll. There's a $5.5 million increase in city wages and benefits this year, including multiple new staff positions to keep up with our growing population. Third, infrastructure. Every year, 1% of your tax increase is dedicated strictly to General Asset Management Reserve. This pays for things like the Bowen Road upgrades, Departure Bay Force Main, and even dehumidification of the Nanaimo Aquatic Center. Yeah, that's a thing. It is the Fix It Before We Break It fund. Now, nobody likes paying more taxes, I know I don't, but to be fair to the current city council and Mayor Krog, who has been in office since 2018, we have to look at the flip side of the coin, property values. The money collected hasn't just disappeared. It has actively funded initiatives that make Nanaimo a more desirable place to live, which in turn protects and grows the equity in your home. Under the Krog administration, the city has made several major strategic moves. First is the city plan Nanaimo Reimagine, which was adopted in 2022. It is a 25-year blueprint for a city that consolidates land use, parks, and climate action into one unified vision. This gave developers the certainty they needed to invest heavily in Nanaimo. Although development approvals due to staffing shortages is an issue, but we'll cover that in another video. Second is the downtown revitalization and infrastructure. Krog administration successfully secured $15 million in federal, provincial, and RDN funding for the new downtown transit exchange. These aren't just bus stops, these are major commercial anchors that revitalize the downtown core. It reduces crime through environmental design and does attract new businesses to our downtown core. Third is the commitment to rental housing and density. The final major strategic move is the city's aggressive push to build purpose-built rental housing. In 2023 and 2024, Nanaimo saw a record number of rental units beginning to be built, with projections for 2026 continuing that strong momentum. Though we're not seeing rental prices drop yet, I believe it's coming. Check out this video linked up above if you want to know why and when. And the data proves it's working. According to the city's recent State of the Economy report, Nanaimo's median household income jumped nearly 25% over a 5-year period. And despite the shifting interest rates, our real estate market has remained remarkably resilient, especially when compared to Vancouver and Victoria. But keep in mind there are some bad employment numbers coming out right now, so take that with a grain of salt. So yes, your taxes are up, but if you bought a home before 2018, the investments made by this administration have played a role in boosting your home's market value. You are paying more to the city, but your net worth has likely grown significantly, in part because of the city's modernizations. Now, let's talk about the Regional District of Nanaimo, or the RDN. Many people ignore this line item, but it's often where the largest percentage jumps occur. While your city handles the local roads and the police, the RDN handles the big picture stuff: regional parks, transit, and wastewater treatment. They are upgrading regional sewer systems and expanding transit to keep up with the population boom. When the RDN increases its budget by 5 or 6%, and the city increases theirs by 6 or 7%, your final bill, the one you actually pay, feels much higher than the headline number the mayor talks about. Now, this is the part that should make every homeowner lean in and listen closely. BC Assessments has moved towards computer-assisted mass appraisals. They use AI to detect changes in your property and compare your home to thousands of others using algorithms. If your neighbor sells their house for a record high because it's fully renovated, the AI might assume your house is worth that much too, even if you haven't updated your kitchen since the 90s. The software creates a neighborhood average. That can unfairly penalize homes that aren't in peak condition. Furthermore, these models don't always account for nuanced factors like a new noisy commercial development next door or even a cracked foundation. Unless a human actually sets foot in the property, you're likely being taxed on a digital twin of your home that might be much nicer than the one you actually live in. Now, I need to highlight another professional with vast knowledge who has been working with his clients to reduce inflated assessment values in the Cowichan Valley. Jason Anson has been leading the way in taking action and achieving results for fair assessments in the Lake Cowichan area. I've linked his video up above, and I highly recommend you follow this consummate professional. He really is doing some amazing things. Now, back to my point here. If the AI got it wrong, you do have a window to fight back. First is the January review. Use the compare tool on BC Assessment's site. Second, the informal chat. Call an appraiser. A few photos of a cracked driveway or an old roof can often get your value dropped without a hearing. Third is the formal appeal. You have until February 2nd to file a notice of complaint. But remember, don't argue that the taxes are too high. Argue that the market value is too high. You need sold data, not listed data. Now, before you decide how to pay your property taxes, this is a major warning for 2026. The property tax deferment program has changed. For years, it was a low-interest lifeline for seniors, but for new deferrals starting in 2026, the interest rate has been set to prime plus 2% and it compounds. This isn't cheap money as it used to be. If you're on auto-renew, check your statement. You might be taking on a much more expensive loan than you realize. If you haven't noticed, Nanaimo is growing, and with that comes a bigger bill for the services that we all rely on. But as a homeowner, you need to be your own advocate. Don't let an algorithm or a piece of software decide what you owe without double-checking the math. The best way to fight an inaccurate assessment is with real-world data. Now, if you're questioning your most recent notice, I want to help you get the facts straight. You can head over to NanaimoValue.com right now to get a free current market analysis of your home. Unlike the broad stroke AI models, this gives you a hyper-local look at what your property is actually worth in today's market. Now, if you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more local updates. And make sure you put your thoughts down in the comments below. I personally respond to every person. And if I can answer your question, I'll make sure you know where to get the right information inside Nanaimo.